Hey, shalom, shalom. I'm starting off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, Bashem Kaha Kodash, double honor to the apostle, Nazareth Millstone. Peace and blessing to you, brothers, pushing this truth throughout the four winds. We'll speak on understanding. A lot of people don't get just the simple concept of understanding, scriptures and context, or just understanding. And again, it's not for everyone to understand. It's not for everyone to understand, but most people, the way they put up a fight as if they do understand is amazing, okay? And they'll read the Bible or the scriptures like a novel instead of trying to get proper understanding. And talking to people, it could be really, really, how the scriptures say, irksome, but you still have to bring it forth, okay? This is Psalms 119 and 104. It says, through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. So a lot of people don't get it. The precept is going to paint this picture for you, okay? That picture, when it's painted, if you can't see it through the precepts, it's just not for you. You think about how simple it is to go through the book of Deuteronomy and see these curses and see that they fit a certain people. How can you not see that? How can you not see that? How do you not understand that? It wasn't meant for them to understand, okay? This is Isaiah 28 and 10. It says, for precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. So when you give people these scriptures and you paint this picture, it's a precept even inside of a precept. And this verse. This verse explaining a precept is actually a precept. Most people can't understand that. They'll say cherry picking. You're cherry picking. No, that's not cherry picking. You're basically dissecting and making simple, in the simplest form that you can, the understanding of what you're reading. Okay, because most people just can't understand it. All right. 1 Corinthians 1:9. It says, for I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles, last, as it is appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men. Okay, so these men set up at the very end of this fall of this empire to bring out this truth. They were going to have the correct understanding. Okay, they were going to bring forth the way that things are supposed to be brought forth. It wasn't going to be no confusion once the men who got it. That's the beautiful thing about the Spirit. When you get it, you get it. Like you can feel and understand that it's like it's there. You can't explain it. You can't explain it. You can try, but it's almost like when you watch The Matrix, how when Neo was first woke, was woken up, he said, you see numbers and screen. He's like, and the other guy was saying, I see it for what it is. So when that spirit comes on you, you see the picture clear now. You understand everything. It's just not a certain way. It don't look like the world anymore. It's not diluted. Like, it's just like everything is like clear for you to see. You understand. You're not programmed anymore. Your hard drive has been wiped clean, and like you understand now. It's like you wake up and you're like, oh snap, so this is really reality. You get it. Most people can't get it and they don't understand. So you can't fault them for that because they just can't get it. You'll wonder in your mind, like, how can you not understand by looking at the history of this certain people, how they came over here on these ships, and this the Bible basically foretold all of these things, and you can see it now, and it even tells you in Deuteronomy 28, if you need a sign, like these are going to basically prove, these curses are basically going to prove who this people is or who these people are. This is the sign, okay? So, this is Amos 3:6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So just this precept in itself, just this in itself right here, understanding, because most people think that the Father and the Son don't do anything bad, don't allow anything bad. They think it's the enemy that has this all-knowing power to do something without the sign-off of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They believe that, and it's a lack of understanding. So the approach I take now when I'm speaking with someone, you could just tell if someone can get it. It's been times where it's guys, I grew up and kind of in a gang life, so I don't know, like the spirit of like veer you away from like, yeah, you don't need to be telling them that, you don't need to, because you just know it's going to fall on deaf ears. Like it's certain spirits that's on certain people. You just know like, yeah, nah, that's a no, so that's the beautiful thing about the spirit, man, with understanding and yielding yourself to being able to be used. The spirit won't allow you to have emotions and feelings when it comes to certain things. It's just get on it, This is Colossians 1:26. It says, even the mystery which hath been hid from from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints. So mysteries like the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, mystery. Babylon, where we are today, all the things that the world would look upon as foolishness is actually truth of what's truly supposed to be brought out. It says, to whom the Most High would make known what is the riches of the glory of his mystery among the Gentiles, which is Hamashiach in you, the hope of glory. So when you bring forth this truth to Jake, who's like basically, it was meant for him to get it, that light switch comes on after he hears it, and it may be Edomites around and they hear what's going to happen to them, so, but the point in bringing all of this forth is for understanding and edification on what's really going to happen and to give people warning, And I remember being in the worldly church. They thought that this was what they were doing. And it was the farthest thing from it. You know, they're leading people to their demise. You know, how simple it was to get dunked in some water, that dirty ass water, and come back out, say you sorry, and now just go live. Go eat your pork and all that, and do what you do. And even then, walking that walk, I was like, I was telling myself, man, it's easy. You didn't tell me, they just had to put me in some water. I had to say I was sorry, and then I can be like, I'm saved now. You know, so something wasn't right about that, but call halal Yahweh Shem Yahshua for proper understanding, you know, and that spirit. Okay, with that, I want to say shalom.